Hi, Brian Bean here again, founder, owner, Dream Big Property Management in Riverside, California. Thanks for dropping back in. Today we're going to be talking about the investor portal, which is the part of our website where our clients go to track the financial progress of their properties, where they go to communicate with us, and where they go to download copies of agreements or invoices or even financial reports about their property. So our starting point is always our website, dreambigpm.com. By the way, if you have not yet received an email with your login credentials, please reach out to us today at 951-778-9700 or email brian@dreambigpm.com so we can reset your password, get your credentials back out to you so you can get logged in. So we start here on our website. This is our homepage, dreambigpm.com. And at the top of the screen, you can see that there's a link for investors. Click on that, and the investor portal page will pop up. The big orange button in the middle is where you click to get to the login page. This is where you're going to input your credentials. So we're going to use a demo account today to illustrate what it feels and looks like when you're in the portal. So once you get logged in, the first page that you land on is financials. Over on the left side of the page, you can see the topics for each of the different pages that are available. So financials, we've got ledger, documents, requests, and also reports. So on financials, if you have one property or you have 20, all your properties that are attached to you are going to be available here. And you can pull down reports for one property or multiple properties or all properties together or separately. So the first place you want to go is under property, open up the drop-down menu and choose a property that you are looking to check out your financials on. This is going to be a glance at a specific time frame for the money coming in and going out for whichever properties or group of properties that you want to look at that moment. So in this case, I'm going to choose one property and then choose the time frame. So in this case, next month would be if there was money that came in for, if you were on the accrual process and there was money that came in early for rent next month or expenses next month, bills that might be outstanding. Or month to date, you can do a quarterly, you can do year to date, quarter to date. There's several options that you can choose. For simplistic sake, today we're going to choose month to date, and then I'm going to stay on cash basis, which means that expenses and income aren't going to be reflected unless they actually came in or went out. So nothing that is planned. So property, time frame, cash basis, and hit the search button. So once the property pops up, you see the little plus sign, go ahead and click on the property, and this is going to give you a glance at the transactions that have occurred for that time frame for that property. So here we can see rent came in. If you click on it, you can see when it came in, what property, and just some basic details about it. And then you can scroll back. If you want to look at the expenses, here's an expense for an inspection that was completed, and then we see a property management monthly fee here. And again, if you click on it, you can get details about it. So over on the left side again, by the way, this is information at a glance. If you wanted to actually pull down this information in a report, then on the left-hand side, you go to the Reports tab. And now, the most common report that our investor clients look for is called the Rental Owner Statement. So this is going to provide, basically it's going to be this our version of what you're going to need for your Schedule E for your tax person. So first thing you want to do is just, again, choose the property that you're looking for. In this case, we're going to choose the same property. I'm going to choose the same time frame, current month, but in this case, there's actually quite a few other time frames that you can choose from that are already pre-configured. You can choose a date, a quarter, a month, or you can choose periods that end on a specific month time frame. Also, if you scroll all the way down, you can choose a custom date and just enter the dates you want, beginning and end. So, but let's just go back and look at the current month. And also, the information that we're going to pull down in this report is an income statement, which is going to show a categorized report showing the income and the expenses. And I'm going to add transaction details at the bottom, which is going to show specific information about each transaction, money that came in and money that went out. So all those transactions are going to be sorted by date in this case, although you could also have them sorted by topic, so by income or expense. Depends on, it really doesn't change anything about the report other than the view and how easy it is for you to read. So you can experiment with the ones that you prefer. So once you've got the property, the time frame, and the type of report that you want selected, you hit Run Report. It's pretty quick. So in this case, I'm going to scroll down. So the first part of the report is the income report. So we start with, here's your property and your beginning cash balance. This amount generally will reflect the total of these two amounts here, which are your residence security deposit, $1,900 in this case, and that's money that is held in our client trust account on behalf of the tenant. It's their money, but it's there as security in case when the tenant vacates the property, just to ensure that they have left the property largely in the same condition that it was when they moved in. And then the balance of that fund is the property reserve, which is your money held in our account on your behalf in case there are repairs that need to be handled mid-month. So 19 and 250 equal to 2150 in this case. These numbers are totals of the funds that came in and the funds that went out during this time frame. So here's the rent that came in at $2,400, and then here are the expenses that are categorized simply as expenses. There's no delineation of what they were for. This is strictly for your, generally for your tax person. And then the owner draw, this is the money that was dispersed and dropped into your bank account after the expenses were paid. So now if we scroll down a little bit further, we get the same information, just categorized slightly differently and broken up. This is the Schedule E look. And then at the bottom is the transaction detail, where you can see specific information about each dollar that came in and went out. So here on the 2nd of July, $2,400 in rent came in. And on the 7th, after we gave time for the funds to clear, we had a charge for a home inspection and property management fee, and then here is the owner disbursement that went out. Those went out on the 7th that month. And you can see that at the bottom here, $2,400 came in and $2,400 went out. The starting balance was $2,150 and the ending balance was $2,150. So that's a property owner statement, and that's pretty good at being able to provide all the information for your tax professional. So back on the left-hand side, let's say that you wanted to download a copy of a property management agreement, or maybe just a copy of an invoice for repair. So click on Documents, and every document that is attached to an invoice, copies of all of your property management agreements, the resident rental agreements, disclosures, and invoices for repairs, if they're attached to your property, they are available for you to download. So this list for the demo account is a lot longer than the one that you'll probably encounter on your property, but one thing that you can see is that we have specific naming instructions for how we identify each file, so it's easier to find. And generally the first name that starts the title of the document is either the property or the property owner. So I'm going to scroll down and show you. Here is one. Here's a, let's say you were looking for a property management agreement addendum that was already executed, and so here is the Security Deposit Alternative Program addendum. And once you have a copy of that, you can then click download and save that to your computer, keep it, print it, send it to, use it for whatever purpose you need to. So, by the way, when you are setting up your login credentials, make sure that your password includes a combination of letters, numbers, uppercase, lowercase, and symbols. The security of the site is strong, but it's only as strong as your password. So we have 256K security on the back side of our site, but always passwords are always the weakest link in any security. So make that password as complicated as it can be while still being able to remember what it is. So. Okay, so that pretty much is the online portal for our investor clients. Once again, if you don't have your login credentials, please reach out to us today and we'll get that password reset for you. If you have any questions about how to use the site or any questions about different types of reports that are available, please give us a call at 951-778-9700 or email at brian@dreambigpm.com. Appreciate you spending your time with us today. Thank you.